Today's story is The Tree Party, and here's the quiz. All the questions are about animals' homes. Question 1. What is the nest of a tree squirrel called? Question 2. What is the beaver's home called? Question 3. What is the rabbit's home called? Question 4. What is the name of a fox's home? Question 5. Where does a mole live? Question 6. Where do hedgehogs live? And question 7. Where do dormice sleep? The Tree Party. What happened in the wood that night? Did you hear music? I thought I did. But what happened in the morning? Tonight we're having a party, announced all the trees in the wood. It's time we had a bit of fun, and the weather forecast is good. The creatures were all invited. Excitement filled the air. We're going to a party here in the woods. Now what are we going to wear? Robins and thrushes flew in. Sparrows and starlings and wrens arrived just in time, with their wings all fluffed up as the party was set to commence. The trees, they were all in their finest, in brown and sparkling green. So in the woods that fine evening was a colourful, wonderful scene. The owls arrived in their feathers fine, the moles in their shiny best. The squirrels' tails were wonderfully curled, and the dormice were overdressed. The foxes looked sleek and polished. The badgers looked wonderful too. The hedgehog's prickles were standing high. All were set for a jolly old do. Trees and creatures laughing and singing and eating the tasty display. Under the moon and stars above, they danced the night away. The oak tree was dancing with foxes. The fir tree was jiving with moles. Everywhere trees and creatures were dancing. It was a sight to behold. Till morning came, and with morning came light. The party had come to an end. Creatures were tired and ready for home. They'd been very pleased to attend. But something had happened during the night, and suddenly cries could be heard as creatures wandered all over the woods, upset and worried and scared. The wood has changed. It's not like it was, squealed a hedgehog who looked for his nest. And suddenly all were moaning in fear. We're not going to get any rest, cried a rabbit. My burrow is not where I left it. It was down by the big oak tree, but the oak tree is not there anymore. Oh, where can my burrow be? During the party, the trees had all moved, and now they were not where they'd been. So in the wood that sad morning was a rather desperate scene. Animals were scurrying madly in search of burrows and nests, birds flying this way and then flying that, in a panic, feeling quite stressed. The beaver down by the river searched for his cosy home, but where was the willow tree that marked the spot? The willow tree was gone. The poor little squirrel, tail no longer curled, chased up and down trees in distress. Where was the elm where his nuts were stored? Where to find it was anyone's guess. It's bad enough that I can barely see, said the little mole in despair. Where are the pine trees I use as a guide? Now they are no longer there. Then suddenly, over the awful commotion, came a voice so wise and so calm. The owl that lived at the top of the oak tree said, Stop, there's no need for alarm. Let us ask the trees very politely to return to where they were last night. Then you'll be able to find your way home. Everything will be all right. Well, the trees had enjoyed a wonderful party. They were happy to help if they could. So, with little fuss and in no time at all, they returned to their place in the wood. And happily, gratefully, full of relief, the creatures went off to their nests. The wood that morning was a silent wood. as all had a well-deserved rest. The end.